This is Elliot and Jose coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois on CCW TV, the Comic Culture Warrior video channel. If you're wondering why I sound so funny, it's because I have a head cold that has basically had me out of commission for the past few days. And
when there's no videos next week, you'll know why, because I got fucking sick.
Yes, he got sick, right. Let's hit 2 more reviews. We've already talked about an independent from Dark Horse, and we talked about another independent from Icon.
So so getting back to the discussion from our podcast about Icon books, is this what you want to see more of from Icon?
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what I want to see. I want to see books by mainstream male writers who don't need any coddling. That's what I want.
I like that.
I want mainstream books from male creators that
was actually a genuine laugh at a joke that he just made, and that's never happened before. So
no,
this one's going into the archives.
You know, can I say something? I find your comments offensive.
Yeah,
I really do. The way that you're asserting what I'm saying, I find that quite offensive.
Yeah, it happens from time to time.
Couple things that have been going on. Let me go into. We'll go into this first. This is gonna be a real brief review, because quite frankly, you know, we've beat this to death, right? Both these books we've kind of beat to death. The Return of Kitty Pryde in Uncanny X-Men number 522 by Matt Fraction
and Will Spertasio
and a whole bunch of other folks.
Will Spertasio coming back to the book that made him a star. Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah. There's all this stuff, this trumpeting of Kitty Pryde coming back. I quite frankly, I don't understand why Kitty Pryde was lost in the first place.
Joss Whedon.
I know Joss Whedon, but she's on a bullet and a trajectory off into space. Mm-hmm. What keeps the X-Men from calling the Starjammers or the Shi'ar Imperial Guard?
I think they're all dead.
Are they?
I don't know.
But how about the Silver Surfer? Can't they call the Silver Surfer?
I don't think the Silver Surfer's around either.
Really? Wow. I'm out of the loop.
Well, I don't know. I haven't read any of those stories. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. But I don't see a Silver Surfer comic anywhere. I know Silver Surfer was in Planet Hulk, but he didn't have his powers.
Yeah. I don't understand why the way Kitty Pryde is brought back into this book was kind of really so elaborate. You know, it's essentially Magneto, while he's hanging out with the High Evolutionary, discovered Kitty Pryde, you know, the little bullet soaring through the cosmos, and he uses his powers to turn it around and bring it back. Mm-hmm. Which, to me, seems so much more difficult than, like, saying, hey, tell the X-Men, hey, Kitty Pryde's bullet is out there. You know that thing you were looking for that you thought you'd never find? It's out there. Why don't you get in one of those many fucking spaceships that you have and go get her back? Right? Fine.
Because Magneto wanted to do something good for the X-Men.
He's like, wants to redeem himself or whatever.
It's kind of a selfish reason.
Selfish, pretty. I was reading, I'll be honest with you, and this is...
Yeah, this book's...
I got past the first 4 pages, and then I said, what? And then I stopped reading. I just started flipping because I wanted to see if things start actually happening. And it was more talk, and more talk, and more talk. And the more you flip, you're going, and more talk, until you finally get to near the end where the big payoff comes. And I'm like, I'm done. Which pains me to say, because Matt Fraction rocks on Iron Man, and I really do think he's going to do really, really well on Thor, because those Thor one-shots that he wrote were superior too. He just can't seem to get the handle, at least for me, as far as the X-Men goes.
There have been issues of Invincible Iron Man with more dialogue than this, but this just felt like it took forever to read, and I really had to struggle to get through this book.
Yeah, I couldn't. I just couldn't. And when a book makes you fight that hard...
It's time to cancel the fucking X-Men. Seriously,
it sells too well.
It
sells too well. You can't kill that brand. But I don't know.
Well, I haven't read this book since I read that terrible Utopia storyline, and it just hasn't gotten any better.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. It's just Oh, I get a little bit. There's too many characters, first of all. And Matt Fraction, the smaller the cast, the better that he can write each of. And there's just like too many people in this fucking book.
And which makes no sense to me, because there's supposed to be fewer mutants in the 616 universe, and yet I just got lost.
And they're all hanging out on Utopia.
I know, but see, Joss Whedon was able to handle it fine.
But see, that's kind of why I like this Astonishing, because there's only 5 people in the X-Men. That was it. He shrunk the team down, and that's what he worked with. They should have just done that again.
Yeah. Well, Astonishing, I know you haven't cared for it, but I've been enjoying Warren Ellis's run on Astonishing because he's been following that formula. I tried picking this up hoping I'd enjoy it, and I thought this would be a jumping on point for me, too. I'm afraid not.
Yeah, and then next week the second coming starts, so...
Yay! I've been waiting so long for Jean Grey, and then now Scott's going to turn into a pussy again because whenever Jean's around, he can't decide between happiness and being emo.
Dude, well, he's fucking... That's all he is in this book, too. I don't know, man. Scott Summers sucks now.
I like... Joss Whedon knew how to write Scott Summers. Warren Ellis writes Scott Summers pretty well, too, and Astonishing. Then you have... New Avengers number 63.
Siege tie-in.
Another Siege tie-in, which, if you listen to the last part of the podcast from last week that was on the blog exclusively, this book it looked like when I first picked this up, it was going to give me what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay? I said at the end of the last rant, last week, I wanted to see some face punching. I wanted to see the Avengers and the Dark Avengers going at it. I wanted to see justice being meted out. I wanted the long anticipated confrontation between these two teams, and I wanted it as elaborately and as deliciously rendered as the death of Lindy in Dark Avengers, right? Because if I gotta endure the villains doing bad shit for a whole page, and I have to endure their cruelty, I want to see, justice laying the smackdown on villains, right? And I thought, all right, here it is, because the book picks up, bam, right there, right in the middle of the Siege of Asgard. And, Captain America, the Taskmaster, everyone's fighting. Oh, yeah, Iron Patriot and Captain America are going to go at it. Oh, look at this, Luke Cage. Oh, look at that. Nick Fury just jumped in. Boy, things are going to get good now. Cut away. Flashback to Luke Cage and Jessica Jones's baby. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages of conversation that have absolutely nothing to do with the ongoing story outside of just filling in some background detail. I don't want any of that. I don't care about any of that. I want to see
that conversation
fighting.
was so completely not even needed.
Okay, now bam, we're back into the battle again, right? Ooh, yeah, Luke Cage and Venom are going at it. Here come the Hood. Here comes the Hood with his good baddies, right?
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do? We're finally going to see them get their what for, right? Oh, yeah, look at that. Mockingbird's going to take on someone. Take on some guy. Flashback. Back to Bobby and Hawkeye and Clint talking in bed. Blah. And then some other battle that took place a while back that has nothing to do with this. And then the last 2 pages were back and, I don't know, some stupid bullshit. Can I tell you something?
Please.
I didn't get my face punching. I wanted to see some face punching, and Bendis just cock-teased me. You said it last week.
Again.
Cock-teased me, and he's teaching a class now on writing graphic novels. Is that what he's going to be teaching the next generation of writers?
Man, comics are in for some serious fucking trouble if that's the future of comics to the kids that he's going to be teaching.
Well, he's had a lot of guest speakers. When you follow his tweets, he has a lot of guest speakers come in. He's had Jeff Loeb speaking.
Oh, fuck, man.
And Matt Fraction.
Oh, that's good, but, having Loeb in there? Jesus.
So anyway, you know what? I'm sorry. That just was really frustrating. When we come back, we'll have Last Rants, and you'll be interested to know what Last Rants is about. It has to do, of course, with stuff that's been going on the blog. We hope to see you then.